Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to the recorded classes for class 9 physics, and in this class I am going to wind up with the 8th chapter, that is sound, propagation of sound waves, and we are into the last section, that is infrasonic, sonic and ultrasonic frequencies. Okay, now as we have done in the previous classes, you know that sound is a wave and it has got a certain frequency, isn't it? Now not all the sounds that is produced of all the frequencies can be heard by human ear. Okay, our ears are sensitive to only a range of frequency of sound that is called audible range of frequency. Okay, so let me read out just first line from the book. The human ear is able to hear sound in a frequency range of about 20 hertz. Hertz is a unit of frequency. Okay, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Okay, and this range is called the audible is something which can be heard, audible range of frequency. Okay, so if I just sum it up, we can write 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, or we can write it as 20 kilohertz because 1000 is kilo. Okay, this range of frequency is called audible range of frequency. Audible means something which can be heard by human ears. So human ears is sensitive to only these frequencies. Okay, but it varies of course from person to person. Okay, now as a person gets older, the range of frequency keeps on decreasing. That means a person, as he gets older, he is not able to capture all the sound that is produced around him. Okay, children on the other hand are sensitive to even a higher frequency range of sound. They can hear sound up to 30 kilohertz or 30,000 hertz. Okay, so it varies from person to person, but still taking the average value, human ear is sensitive to the frequency 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Okay, now sound which is less than 20 hertz, that means frequencies less than 20 hertz, the name of the sound is called infrasonic frequency. Okay, and the sound which is above 20,000 hertz, very high frequency, okay, which cannot heard by even human ears, so this is called ultrasonic frequency. So infrasonic is any sound that is below 20 hertz, and ultrasonic is any sound that is above 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. Okay, so we have categorized the sound according to the in accordance to their frequencies. Less than 20 hertz or infra, 20 to 20,000 hertz is audible range, and above 20,000 hertz is called ultrasonic frequency. Okay, now coming to animals. Okay, animals can produce and hear sounds of frequencies below 20 hertz as well. Okay, so animals, the sensitivity of animals is quite different from that of human beings. They can hear even sound that is a very low frequency, that is less than 20 hertz. That means they can hear infrasonic vibrations as well. Okay, now like human beings, animals also, different animals have got different ranges of audible frequencies. Now elephants and whales can produce infrasonic sound of frequency less than 20 hertz, and some fishes can hear sound of frequencies in the range of 1 hertz to 25 hertz. So fishes can hear even a very low frequency sound. Okay, now some animals produce in ultrasonic sound, and through this ultrasonic sound they can communicate with each other, and they can also communicate with the nature. Okay, and coming to dog, the favorite animal, isn't it, can hear sound of frequency up to nearly 50 kilohertz. Now dogs are very sensitive to high frequency sound, so even 50 kilohertz, that is 50,000 hertz frequency, can be heard by the ear of a dog. Okay, and bat can hear even higher range, that is up to 100 kilohertz, that is 1 lakh hertz. Okay, now dolphins can hear sound of even higher frequency, that is 150 kilohertz. So coming to, so just summing up, dog can hear up to 50 kilohertz, bat can hear up to 100 kilohertz, and dolphins can hear up to 150 kilohertz. So out of these animals, dolphins happens to be the most sensitive, means their ears are the most sensitive ones because they can hear even a very high frequency of sound. Alright. Now coming to ultrasound, because it has got a wide number of applications, okay, it is applied in various purposes. So coming to the definition again, ultrasound is any frequency that has 20,000 hertz and more, okay. And ultrasound, the main property, the most important property of ultrasound is that it can travel easily in solids and liquids, okay, but in gases the intensity falls. So ultrasound, wherever it is applied, we apply ultrasound either in liquid or in solid, okay. Now in a medium, it travels with the same speed with which the audible sound travels. So the speed of ultrasound is the same as the audible sound. Alright. Now coming to properties of ultrasound, the properties which makes it applicable to various purposes. The first one is energy carried by ultrasound is very high. It carries a high amount of energy, okay, and it can travel a long distance without getting scattered or deviated. So these two properties makes ultrasound a very useful sound. Alright. Now where is this ultrasound applied? It is applied naturally by various animals in nature, and this application has been made by human beings, okay. The applications is applied by human beings in various purposes. Let's see what are the applications of ultrasound. The first one, bats, as I have told you, they can emit ultrasound. So while they are taking their flight, they keep on emitting ultrasound, okay. And if there is any distant obstacle on their way of flight, the distant obstacle is going to reflect back the sound. So if they can hear the echo or the reflected sound, they can easily guess that there is some obstacle on their way, so they will avoid their path. So that is how they catch their prey, or they just avoid any enemies or obstacles, okay. Now how is it used by human beings? It is used by for drilling holes, okay, and making cuts of desired shape in materials like glass, because ultrasound has got a high directivity and it can easily travel in solid. So using ultrasound, holes can be made, okay. Next, it is also used for cleaning minute objects such as parts of watches and electronic components. Ultrasound is used, okay. Now how is it done? The objects are placed in a cleaning solution, okay. Now there is a cleaning solution in which the objects to be cleaned is kept, okay, and ultrasonic waves are sent into the solution. Now when ultrasonic wave strikes the liquid, high frequency vibrations is caused, and because of the vibration, the minute parts get cleaned, okay. Next, it is also used in detection of defects in metals, okay. It is used in a very important application in our day-to-day life, okay. It is used in ultrasonography. Ultrasonography is a process in which the images of human organs can be found out, okay, using the wave ultrasound. Alright. It helps to detect stones, yes, tumors, etc. in them. And similar application to this ultrasonography is echocardiography, which is used to obtain the image of the heart, okay. And another medical use is that it is used in surgery to remove cataract. Yes, cataract, the cataract in the eyes can be removed using ultrasonic waves. And it is also used in kidneys to break the small stones into fine grains so that the kidney will be washed out, okay. And it is used in an application used in Navy. It is called SONAR. The full form is sound. This is navigation. A is and R is ranging. So you navigate sound and you find the range. That is the meaning of sound navigation and ranging. Where is it used? It is used in water to detect any objects underwater. Alright. So what they do is, they have a ship here in which the ultrasonic vibration through which the ultrasonic vibration can be sent with the help of a device. Suppose there is an obstacle here, this will come down, okay, and since it travels straight, it will reflect back, okay. By looking at the time in which the wave takes time to reflect back, the distance can be calculated. So this is called sonar, okay. It is also used in wars, in naval wars, where the sunken submarines are usually hidden, isn't it? So submarines can be detected using sonar, alright. Now these are the applications of ultrasound. There are other applications as well. It is used by fishermen to detect any shoal of fish underwater, okay. And likewise it is also used by dolphins for communication as well as to detect enemies, alright. Now coming to the last point here, we are now going to find out the difference between ultrasonic and supersonic. See, we have got three waves named here: infrasonic, sonic, ultrasonic. Apart from ultrasonic, we have got one more. It is called supersonic. Now what is this supersonic? Now supersonic, it is used not for a wave but for an object which travel with a speed greater than the speed of sound in air. So if any objects can travel with a speed greater than 330 meter per second or 340 meter per second, that object has been named supersonic, like a Superman, okay. For example, the jet planes, fighter planes, they all travel very fast, faster than 330 meter per second, and these are named as supersonic objects, alright. So that is all. We have come to the end of the chapter. In the next class, we will be beginning with the 9th chapter, that is current electricity. Thank you for your attention.